Hey y'all. How's everybody doing? I am waiting on Sue. She woke up like a minute and a half before it was time to go live, so she'll be here shortly. Hey Moby. Um, she had a doctor's appointment today and she wasn't feeling. Hey there, Grace. Look who beat you on the first comment. Whoop whoop. Moby beat you. So Sue will be here shortly. And how's everybody doing? How are you doing, Moby and Grace? How are y'all doing? Has everybody been busy today? I have been busy. I had a doctor's appointment this morning. Then I had to go wait at the pharmacy for 30 minutes. And then I got home and I was talking with Sue and then with Moby on the phone. And then my physical therapist came. And hey, Pork Chop. And I was trying to watch that, Sue, the Val documentary. If y'all haven't seen that, it's just called Val, VAL, and it's on Amazon Prime Video. So, Moby, I got to watch about half of it before I had to go pick up Anna from Majorette practice. Then I had to go get Carolyn at work. So, it's just been one thing after the other, but I'm going to watch the rest of it tonight. Um, so we're going to be talking about Val Kilmer tonight. As everybody knows, he passed away yesterday. Um, he was 65 years old, and he passed away from pneumonia. Uh, and that really scared me. That pneumonia. That's what I get put in the hospital for whenever I get it. So that scared me. Like, I wonder. Yeah, Pork Chop. He passed yesterday. Um, so here's Sue. Y'all give me just a minute. Hey, girl.
Hey,
How are
sorry.
you feeling better?
Ah, a little bit. Yeah, I took a much relaxer, so I ate and then I fell asleep.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah.
I knew that you were laying down when I talked to you on the phone.
Oh, yeah. I think I
Um,
just slept wrong.
I hope that's all it was. Yeah,
Yeah.
Moby. He beat cancer 10 years ago, and after 4 years, you know, they he had made it through. What do they call that? Like remission. So he actively had stayed in remission for, well, now a total of 10 years, 4 years. And then after that, I guess, is when they decided he had beat the cancer. But he, he lost his ability to speak. He had a tracheotomy, and he would have to put his hand over that trach to talk. So, he lost his normal speaking voice, what we're all used to. Um, he he had a brother, a younger brother, um, but his name was Wesley, and Wesley drowned in 1977 in a hot tub. He had a epileptic seizure,
Mm.
and he drowned. And he was, I think he was 16 years old. It's either 14 or 16. But he and Val were extremely close. And, it talks about this in the documentary that, Val was really, really upset about that. 15. Well, I was right in the middle, Moby. He, I guess he did a lot of the filming for him and a lot of art. And Val had framed a lot of his art, of Wesley's art, and put it on. It was in his apartment in New York, I think's where he had it, and a couple pieces in movies that he had done. Um, he was haunted. Val was haunted by the loss of his brother for years, and his memories of that loss were at the center of a performance he did in 2002 called The Salton Sea. And The Salton Sea was about a man driven by guilt who was seeking redemption after witnessing the murder of his wife. and not being able to save her. So I would imagine um, that was so hard, so hard. So, what were Sue? What was your favorite Val Kilmer movie?
Um, I don't know. I don't know.
He had so many, but mine was Top
Yeah,
Gun, both one and two.
yeah, I like Top Gun. I didn't. Yeah, I did like Top Gun,
Yeah,
even though I don't like
and
what's his
he
name.
did originally did not even want to do Top Gun, the first one,
Really?
and yeah, he did not want to do it. But oh crap, what was dude's name? What was the other star in that movie? Oh my God, why can't I remember his
Tom
name?
Cruise.
Yeah, Tom Cruise
No,
is why
yeah,
he, I think, talked him into it. So that is my
I
favorite,
do
him
not.
portraying Iceman. And that's a name that stuck with him his entire life. His entire life was
I
Iceman.
did like that one, The Doors, that he did
Oh, yes.
movie. And
Yeah,
hi,
I did too.
Grace. I seen you said hi. Um,
Okay.
yeah,
Grace's
I
was Real
like.
Genius. I don't think I've seen that.
I don't know if I was just looking at that on my phone to see which what it was.
Yeah.
Um, I don't know if I've seen that.
I mean, he had so many. His
Oh,
parents,
he did.
oh my gosh, yeah. His parents were Eugene Kilmer and Gladys Kilmer. Um, and his daughter was Mercedes, and his son was Jack, and his spouse was. Hold on, just give me a minute. I can't remember
Pork
her
chops
name.
with Tombstone. Yeah, that
That
was a
was
good
a
one
good
too. I
one
did.
too.
Yeah.
Yeah. Um, Now Moby and I were talking about his wife today. I thought I had that. Uh, I can't remember nothing. Oh Lord,
Oh, here we go. Real genius. That was God. That was back in 1985.
he did so many. Who knows what movie? I know they're going to get this, but what movie did the line? Well, he wrote his memoirs. Joanne Whaley was his wife's name, but they had divorced, so due to irreconcilable differences, his memoir was "I'm Your Huckleberry." Do y'all know what movie that came from?
I'm your Huckleberry.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait and let every. I know Mobile get it. We talked about it today, but that just sticks with me. I'm Your Huckleberry. Tombstone. Yep. I don't think he ever won. Let's see. He won. I don't think he was nominated for a bunch of awards, but he never won anything big like a Grammy or anything
Really?
like that. No, I didn't see it if he did anywhere, and I was shocked. I mean, I was shocked, and I'm shocked nobody said their favorite movie of him was Batman too. That was a good one. He uh he started his film career in the comedy films. The very first one he did in 1984 was Top Secret. Was the very first one. That's when um he Hollywood came calling because he went to Juilliard. That's where he studied, and he was the youngest student in the history of that school. And I guess that's probably something he still holds, isn't it, Moby, as being the youngest ever? He laid on a bed of ice in the death scene to make it realistic. Oh, uh,
Wow.
yeah, that's crazy. Yeah, I mean, he was so committed. Then Grace says Mrs. C is the best Batman. Yeah, Moby and I were talking about that today. I so enjoyed those Batman movies, but when they started turning dark, um, it was they were hard to watch. You know, they were good when let's see, what year did he do that movie? Oh,
Batman.
Batman, yeah. Let's see.
1995.
1995. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Um, the first Top Gun movie was in 1986, and you know what? Well, because I was watching some clips today from the first Top Gun and the
Mm-hmm.
second one. Do y'all remember the scene in the second Top Gun and Top Gun 2 when Tom Cruise goes to see him like in his library or study or whatever it is, and they're just kind of getting, they're reuniting and stuff. But he was in a robe and he had that big thick scarf around his neck in that scene, and I am wondering if if he had already had the cancer and had that trait
Right.
in his throat, yeah, and that big scarf was hiding it. But I mean, it seemed like he was talking, but I'm sure they probably dubbed that voice over. I know
Mm.
in the documentary Val that's on Amazon Prime, his son did a lot of the narration. Hey, Cassandra, how are you? Good to see you. What was your
Hi,
favorite
Cassandra.
Tom Cruise? What was your favorite Val Kilmer movie? Um, so he did Top Gun in '86. He did Jim Morrison in The Doors in 1991. He played Doc Holliday in Tombstone in 1993, and Batman Bruce Wayne in Batman Forever in 1995. He also did Willow in 1988, True Romance in 93, and Heat in 1995. Some later roles he had was The Island of Dr. Moreau in 96, The Saint in 97, The Prince of Egypt in 98, Alexander in 2004, Kiss Kiss Bang Bang in 2005, Deja Vu in 2006, and The Snowman in 2017. His final film was in the Top Gun 2. It was in 2022. So he had gotten into art and stuff, and I think uh, maybe it was after that um, when he wrote his memoir. How long has that memoir been out, Moby? I don't remember that. Or Sue, can you look that up? I would love to get that book.
How long what?
His memoir, the I'm
Oh,
Your Huckleberry. When was that published?
let's see.
You saw Cassandra said she saw his Batman at the drive-in. Good times. I know. I used to love the drive-in. Uh oh yeah. He loved like Shakespeare and Mark Twain, the older type stuff like
It was
that.
originally published in 2020.
2020. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it wasn't, that book's not that old, but I would love, 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 love to have that book. Um, oh, and this is funny. He uh he made his Broadway debut acting in the John Byrne working class play in The Slab Up Boys in 1983. He also acted in productions of William Shakespeare's history play Henry V Part 1 in '81 and in the John Ford tragedy "'Tis Pity She's a Whore" in 1992. So that's just a little bit of information about him. He was so versatile, As far as him and Tom Cruise, they remained friends. Uh, they've been friends for like 3 decades. So his true friend Tom Cruise didn't lose contact with him, and they've been friends for over 3 decades since filming Top Gun. Tom even cried after getting to work with Val again, who couldn't speak or eat like he used to. Um, and if you want to follow that, there's a bunch of you can see all their pictures and stuff online if you want to follow their friendship. Um, his net worth in 2025 was estimated at 10 million. His earnings came from acting, real estate, and writing. Let's see. He found new ways to communicate through his sharing his experiences with cancer in a number of ways, including the 2020 film documentary Val, which is what I was telling y'all I started watching today, and then his memoir, I'm Your Huckleberry, and interviews. He turned to art as a form of communication and emotional healing, showcasing his paintings in exhibitions and creating virtual projects like Camp Kilmer. And Camp Kilmer, it's KAMPKILMER. You can also follow that on Twitter. Um, it's Camp Kilmer. So if anybody um, wants to watch that, I do have a video that we're going to look at a little bit of. Let's see. Jennifer Tilly said when he pulled up for the Doors audition in the leather jeans, they all knew it was over. Imagine so. He did so good. Y'all know which this is going to be on this little thing I'm going to pull up. He he actually got to sing those songs in that film, The Doors. So
Huh.
yeah. And did you know he dated Cher for a while?
Yeah, I was reading it
I
today.
didn't.
I didn't
Yeah.
know that till I was reading that today.
I didn't either. And he dated Angelina Jolie. I like her work. I don't like her
Did
as a
he really?
person. Yeah. Not for a long period of time. I guess
Right.
his true love was his wife, uh, Miss Worley.
Yeah.
Um, so Joanne Whaley, I'm sorry, Whaley. He moved just like Jim Morrison. Yeah, I'm gonna share the screen and I'm gonna try to let us watch a little bit of this. I'll have to stop it. I do have it linked in the description of the video if we need to. If anybody wants to watch it, all of it. It's a very rare interview. Um, just before he lost his ability to speak. So we're going to see if we can watch just a little bit of this. Let me know when y'all can see that. So, okay. Can you see it?
Yeah, I can see it.
Okay,
Yes.
here we go. We'll have to stop it some.
Yeah, you know the day or the night, night divide the day. Try to run the high, break on through to the other side. Break on through, break on through, break on through. Oh!
You see, do y'all see Batman squatted down in the back of this scene right here,
Mm-hmm.
right there?
Mm-hmm.
I thought that was funny.
That's funny.
If I was to say to you, girl, we couldn't get much higher. Yeah.
You sang so good that even the surviving members of the Doors thought it was Jim Morrison singing.
Yeah, I managed to fool a couple of them, and Oliver Stone as well. So that's how I got to sing the songs live in the movie.
That's a big compliment.
Yeah, I'm still proud of that because it's such a strange thing to be able to do because there's a baritone tenor and there just aren't very many of them.
No.
And a very unique voice, and it just worked out very lucky.
Okay, so this has got just different scenes from different movies that we'll be watching. I can't see the comments, Sue. So if anybody says anything,
Oh,
you can throw it up on screen or whatever. I still won't be able to see it. Oh my gosh, I think my oh god. Hold on just a second. There, I got it. Here we go.
Is it right to say that your road to fame came with Top Gun?
Yeah, because that was a global hit, and People still write about it and talk about it.
But I read somewhere that you actually didn't like the screenplay. Is that correct? Or
Yeah, I said no to it because I was, young and full of myself, and it's a silly story. When you read it, it's very hard to read that our classroom takes place with there's two F-16s behind your head. I mean, that's you go to the set, and the schoolroom, there's a 60-foot flag. It's embarrassing. But
I don't know why he felt that way. Why he felt that was embarrassing and silly. Because it was a great film. Oh my God, great film, both of them.
Tony Scott and the guys were so passionate that you couldn't turn them down. And then when I saw it by myself at Paramount. I ran. I've never done this before or since. I ran from the screening room, and I went in and I said, "It's a hit. You guys are amazing." And it's executed so perfectly of the time.
The fascinating thing about you is that you have played in all different genres. Genres.
Yeah.
Genres.
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 I wanted to see you suffer for a moment.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, I did that. A lot of my career doesn't make any sense if you're looking at it just in terms of success or taste. But I was always trying to really explore acting in the most extreme circumstances. And I don't have any regrets, but what I would do over again is sort of secure my position in a couple of places.
Do what, say? Were you fixing to say something?
No, I just hit the wrong button.
Hey, if you look at his career, it was all over the place. Like, it seemed like he did everything. He did tragedy, he did comedy, he did drama. He did all of that stuff, just all of it. It takes somebody extremely talented, in my opinion, to do that, to act like that. And on this interview here, does it seem to y'all like he might be struggling to talk just a little bit?
Yeah, it seems like he is. He looks his face looks so round. I wonder if he was on steroids.
I don't know. He could have been. Yeah.
Yeah, like prednisone. It does that. It makes you so round.
Yeah. This is the last interview though before his cancer diagnosis, so I bet that it's before he found out he had it, and that's why it seems like he's struggling to talk.
Hi, Bliss.
Hey, Bliss, Chris. Glad you're here.
You have during this interview already said that you were full of yourself in your earlier career. In what way?
Every way. But I had ideas, insecurities, obviously, about myself that I projected onto the movie business. Just the sounds coming out of my mouth. It was just absurdly unrealistic. So apparently, I have an evil twin.
But
Okay. So how many of us have an evil twin? I do. She just doesn't have a name. Huh?
I do.
Yeah, mine doesn't have a name. I'm going to have to come up with a good name. A good name for my evil twin. That's so funny.
Do you think that people found it difficult to work with you because of that?
What's the one past difficult? Impossible?
Impossible.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I'm kind of blacklisted. I haven't gotten a studio job in 15 years.
So you feel in a way that you are banned from the...
No, not in a way.
You are?
Yeah, I think.
Are your goal to get back or?
Yeah, I'd love to. I've always watched movies and wondered what I'd be like in that part.
If you get back, will you behave in another way or?
Yes.
Yeah.
In the way that gets me hired again.
Wow.
I was very outspoken about very specific things about the art,
Mm.
but it's a business.
Mm.
And I acted like it wasn't.
Because you are an actor.
Dumb,
First of
I was a
all.
dumb actor, but I did complain quite a bit when I was younger. I didn't appreciate the business that afforded me the lifestyle that I very quickly enjoyed.
Mm.
Very quickly. I starred in my first movie. I was the lead in the first play I did professionally. And now that I don't have that privilege, I wish that I loved more.
But it's so, I don't know, because I never would have thought that, about his career and that he felt the way he does, you know,
Yeah.
that he was blacklisted. I mean, I wonder, well, he's saying, that he was, I guess, hard to get along with or whatever, but he was so brilliant that I'm sure that he wanted things done maybe his way or whatever. You think so?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I want
His
to
son
be a
looks like
better
him.
person. I try
Do what? So,
His son looks so much like him.
oh yeah, yeah, he does.
to figure that out every day and of being more grateful.
Whew.
How was it to get into the Batman suit?
It's like being old.
In what way?
You can't get dressed by yourself. It takes an hour. You need help to go to the bathroom. It takes you even longer to get undressed. No one listens to you. You can't get up. I had a chair. Where you could just press on the the feet, and it would sit forward.
Yeah.
Because if you lay down, then you would have to get somebody to come over. It's supposed to be a bat, but they designed a suit that actually functions like a tank. They're wearing a tank. Can't hear.
No.
And also, like being old, you no longer turn your head.
Isn't it hard to get into the role?
No.
When you
Because
feel like
this
that?
is what happens when you're covered in rubber.
Yeah.
You're filled with hate.
Wow. Okay. So that was it. And that really, he shared a lot in that. So sad. He didn't sell out to the Hollywood machine. Is that what it was, Moby? Is that why he felt like he got blacklisted? Uh,
Might be.
yeah. What are you tossing in the pan, Cassandra? I can't see.
She's making steak.
Oh my God.
I know.
Yes, Moby, I saw this today about him having to give Iceman a backstory to make him, I guess, more interesting, because even though, Iceman was a lead character in that movie, in my opinion, he didn't have a lot of lines or anything. And they didn't have any character for Iceman. Yeah, and he made it himself. Something to do with his father. With Iceman's dad. But it's in that it is in the Amazon Prime Video. So I just highly suggest that everybody go watch that. If you were if you liked a lot of his movies and stuff. Bliss, which was your favorite Val Kilmer movie? Mine were both of the Top Guns, but I think the first one. The second one was sad to me with as far as the Iceman character. It was so sad. And it was just hard, to watch. Steak shakes. What the heck? Please tell me you aren't making oh. So, the director of the Marlon Brando movie gave him a reputation as being difficult but he was smart for filming that. Robert Downey Jr. defends him. Yeah, I mean, you know, when you're when you're a brilliant actor or whatever, I'm sure, oh, that I mean, you're putting your life, or not your life, you're putting your whole being into the character you're playing, just like with the character in the Joker movie, and the one that played Joker, I can't remember his name, but later on he passed away from a drug overdose. Um,
Who did?
um, the young man, oh, I can't remember his name. It's right on the tip of my tongue. That played the character in the Joker movie,
Mm.
and then that boy dressed up in real life as that Joker character and went and shot up the that theater out there in Colorado and
Oh,
killed,
that's right.
killed
That's
so many
right.
people. Heath Ledger. Yeah, thank you, Mo. Heath
Yeah, Heath
Ledger
Ledger.
was
Yeah.
his name. Yeah, that was so sad, so sad. And
Yeah.
Mo B was telling me today that he Heath Ledger struggled with playing that character. So, you know, and I can see that. I guess you do have to be a very, very strong person, um, with no, that you can turn that on and off in your life. He said he sold his life to be an actor. That's sad. That is so
Yeah.
sad. Dark Knight. Okay. Dark Knight. What kind of shakes are you talking about, Cassandra? Are you just talking about regular milkshakes? Oh man, I'd love to have a mint chocolate chip shake. Oh,
That was one of my son's favorite. Oh,
oh God. I can't have it. I went to the doctor today and I have officially, from the scales at the doctor, have lost, let me see, 2.8. So that would be 16, almost 16 pounds.
wow. Good
Almost
job.
16 pounds. I haven't been trying though, but I quit eating anything sweet. So, and my breathing, y'all, is so much better. So I'm, happy with it. I'm gonna keep losing. I'm gonna keep losing.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It's hard.
But,
It's so hard, but our diets, like, Carolyn had her surgery, and
right.
she is off because of the way she's eating now and what she's eating and what she's putting into her body. Um,
Hmm.
even before she had the surgery, she's off of her blood pressure medicine, she's off her thyroid medicine, and she is off her pre-diabetes medicine. All her
Oh,
numbers
that's
had
good.
dropped so well, and she took two different things for her blood pressure.
Wow.
Ooh, Moby's lost 12 pounds. Good
Good
deal.
job. I'm trying. I try and get out there and walk, but my back hurts so bad that I get like halfway and I just want to call my husband, come get me.
Oh, yeah.
It hurts so bad. So we're trying to figure out what's going on with my lower back.
I hope y'all figure that out.
I
You know,
know. So do I. I had my
they're
x-ray today. So
they're probably going to tell you it's degenerative disc disease. That's what they tell everybody. Seems like. So
and
Moby's lost 12 pounds.
I have osteoporosis.
So that's
The start of
arthritis,
it.
right?
No, it's like your bones get weak. Your bones are
Yeah.
weak. Yeah, so I did a bone scan, my first one ever.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so I'm taking, of course, a pill.
Right.
But I only take it once a week,
Yeah.
and I don't have to be on this. I had to be on it for 5 years, so
Okay.
that's fine.
Wow.
That's fine. Yeah.
Um, gross. Gross, Cassandra. But I will say this. Carolyn has to get so much protein every day, and she has some of these, they're called protein shots that she ordered online, and she says they taste horrible, but she does that. And if I tell her, she has all kind of protein powders, so Yeah, me too. I can't give up the coffee creamer though, but I can give up the sweets. But Carolyn does a lot of that. So shredded chicken with water and protein powder shakes, two each. Okay, I'll tell her about that 'cause she'll probably try it. She's so. Carolyn does too,
So,
Cassandra.
what is she up to being able to eat now?
So she has been eating a lot of scrambled eggs. But the
Mm-hmm.
thing is she can take like 4 bites of something, tiny bites, not a normal bite like you or I would take. These are
Mm-hmm.
like baby bites, and she's full. So she has to eat
Oh,
like
wow.
5 or 6 times a day. So, like tonight, she made some shredded chicken with cream cheese and not Texas Pete. Crap. One of them hot sauce things. Buffalo,
Mm.
buffalo, buffalo, and buffalo sauce, and it's good. I enjoy it, but I think she ate like 3 ounces of that. You know, when you talk about 3 ounces, that ain't much.
No, not at
Yeah,
all. Is she back to work?
yeah, yeah. She's
Mm.
back to work. She's at the point she still can't lift over 10 pounds, and she's doing a little more. She can't do anything like mop yet or anything like that, but she's
Right.
doing good.
That's good.
Yeah. Okay. So Moby taught me into starting on that Greek yogurt.
Mm-hmm.
So I have been eating Greek vanilla yogurt every single day. And I even made a smoothie with it, with frozen bananas and strawberries. And I put peanut butter protein powder in it. It was really, really good. So there's all kinds of stuff, that you can do with that stuff, Moby. Um, Yeah, the chicken, I don't know, but Carolyn is supposed to be eating her food pureed, right? So, like when she has scrambled eggs, they have to be soft scrambled, you know.
Right.
Yeah. So, I know it's good for the gut health. Yeah, I've been eating some of that every single day too, Moby. Um, it's hard, isn't it, Cassandra, to be that dedicated to a diet like
So, where do
that?
you get the protein powder at?
Well, most of it she orders online.
Mm.
Um, but you can also buy it at like Walmart or a nutrition shop store, um, or
Yeah. Okay.
anything like that. Yeah, no chicken shakes. Yeah, that's funny. That's funny. It's good. I could do a whole thing on that. Oh, okay, from Amazon. Yeah, that's where she orders most of her stuff at. Moby is from Amazon. Like we got so much stuff like every day for 2 weeks solid we were getting packages because she has special containers that she puts her food in that's
Oh.
they're weighed and stuff, and so she has a scale, and she has to, when she puts her whatever in there, she has to measure it. And so she cooks like extra stuff to take to work with her and stuff and puts it in these little 3-ounce jars.
Yeah.
Yes, it's a lot cheaper on Amazon. Yeah. So there you go. So you can get you some protein powder on Amazon. And the peanut butter protein powder, oh,
Hmm.
it is so good.
And then you put that in your Greek yogurt.
I put it in my Greek yogurt, and Carolyn has one of those bullets. She
Oh
had to
yeah.
order her one of those. So we buy the frozen strawberries and bananas, or you can buy whatever kind of frozen fruit you want to. I think frozen's better because you want your smoothie to be cold.
Hmm.
So I put the Greek yogurt in there. I put just a little tiny amount of Fairlife, that protein milk stuff. I
Hmm.
mean, it's really expensive, so I don't use much of that. And then about 2 tablespoons of the peanut butter protein powder, and just frozen strawberries and bananas, and turn that sucker on, and it is so good. Something else you can put in there too is the flax seed, FLAX seed.
Yeah.
That's good for you too. Moby's saying Vital Proteins chocolate. I haven't ever had a chocolate one. I love pickle juice.
I do too. I, I finished the jar of pickles, and so I went into the pantry and got the other one, put it in there,
Uh huh.
and I put the jar of pickle juice back in there because it was just I was getting ready to go. I was heading upstairs to go to bed, and my husband was like, "Why did you put an empty jar of pickles in there?" I go, "Because I want to drink the juice." He goes, "You are just sick."
It
I
is
go,
so
"It's
good.
good for you too." Yeah.
We used to have when I was manager in the kitchen at Lakeshore. Of course, they had a bar, and like on Friday and Saturday nights when we were having the live band and stuff there, people would actually order a pickle juice shot to go with whatever shot they were taking. So, like,
Hmm.
say they were doing tequila, they'd take their shot of tequila and then follow it with a shot of that pickle juice.
Hmm.
So, yeah,
Yeah.
pickle juice is good. Make salad dressing with pickle juice. Ooh, ooh.
I just love pickles.
Yeah, me
I
too.
love pickles because I always take dill pickles and chop them up and put them in my tuna fish
Oh, yeah, me too. And an
and
egg salad. I put it in
and
egg
egg
salad.
salad. Yeah,
Yeah.
I can just sit there and eat. I'll wake
Potato
up in the middle of
salad.
the night and want something, and I don't know what I want. I mean, it's like the middle of the night, and I'll go downstairs and eat a pickle.
I've done that too, but Anna usually eats the pickles before anybody else can get to them. She loves pickles, but she
Yeah.
doesn't drink the juice. So put over cucumber number. Hey, Teresa.
Hi,
How are
Teresa.
you? Good to see you. Miss Cassandra, chicken sounds horrible to put into a shake. Why doesn't he just eat the chicken instead of putting it in the shake? He's a bodybuilder, Teresa, and he's doing it for the protein.
Yeah, my
My
brother is.
like what I was talking about my daughter, she's supposed to be um eating her food pureed. So yeah.
Yeah,
So
that's
we
good.
got off of Val Kilmer and we got on dots, which is fine. Um
Yeah, I have good news. I have good news. I have good
okay,
news.
okay, good.
My son got an apartment.
Yes, you tell me.
He's totally out of the he's not in the program anymore, so he's
Right.
totally graduated. He's 6 months clean.
Yes,
Um,
good.
so he moved into an apartment with a friend, and then they're interviewing somebody tomorrow to be the third roommate. But they're looking, there's this app. It's really cool through the community there because it's where their detox center is. There's a few, and the sober living houses and everything. There's an app, and you can find people that because they want to make sure that this person is clean and sober.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
and so yeah, so they'll have a third roommate. But I met his roommate today on a FaceTime talk or
Mhm.
yesterday. So what the heck is that?
I'm trying to look. So what about
Oops.
if I just say body? It's still on there. XII body IIUX. I don't really know how to
Yeah,
say that name. Hello,
I don't either.
we see you. Glad to have
So
you.
yeah, so he's in the apartment, and so he's staying there right now by himself.
Uh huh.
Not that he has anything to live in there with.
Right. Yeah.
um, but he's waiting on his bed. He ordered a bed because of course, he had to. He didn't have anything with him. He's got a brand new bed here, but it's ours now.
Right.
But
Yeah.
he ordered a bed, so I had to call Michelle because I was having a bad moment.
Right. Yeah.
I knew he wasn't coming back, but it's just like this is hard. He's building a life there, and so I'm
Right.
still, you know,
I mean, I could understand you being upset over it, depressed about it, but also joyful because
yeah, I'm
he
both.
is
I
taking
want
the
him to be
steps to
happy.
grow up. Right. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's and then he's moving in with a girl. Her name is Jenny, but I met her um on, like I
A
said, on
girl.
a video call. She's
Uh-huh.
super sweet. And they're just friends. There'll be nothing else. They have been together since day one of
In
this
the
the whole
in the
treatment.
program. Oh, okay.
Yeah, yeah,
That's cool.
yeah. So
Yeah.
they had been there. They weren't really close in the very beginning, but then kind of halfway, three-quarters way through, they started talking more and going to meetings together, and they became really good friends.
Good.
So
I'm so glad.
I know,
I
so
mean,
am
I
I.
really
I
am.
mean, I want him
Yeah.
to be happy. I want, as long as he's happy, he's enjoying doing what he's doing, but yeah. So I worked on packing another box yesterday.
Did you
His
get them mailed?
comforter. No, I will tomorrow. I
Okay.
just I just want to make sure everything's in there that he wanted, and so
Yeah.
I got his
Good.
stuff in there, his sheets, and he had just bought, and
Right.
pillowcases, and his comforter, and some shirts, his football jerseys, his baseball jerseys that he had here. So I got that all ready to go. So I'll
What if
keep
he
it up.
wants his mattress? I would want my
He doesn't.
mattress.
I
I'd
know.
be like, send me that
We
mattress out.
we
It's
just
already
we just bought that mattress when we
right.
moved here.
Yeah, you told
Yeah.
me that.
I'll
Yeah.
find my husband laying in there every now and then.
Oh, the
He goes,
dogs are gonna take it over.
It's so funny though. They don't go get on his bed.
Really?
No, I don't have it. I don't have it made right now.
Mhm.
So I'm putting a new comforter and all that stuff on that I had from my bed back home. But when I moved here, I got a king size bed.
Right.
So I had to get a different comforter and stuff. So I still have all the others for queen. So I'm gonna put that on there and everything. So yeah. Oh,
Um.
Mrs. Cassandra,
Yeah.
he's in California. He's at Huntington or Costa Mesa, Huntington Beach.
Yeah. He's clear across country from the
Yep.
zoo.
So we moved 3,000 miles and he went 3,000 miles back.
But I mean,
Yeah, he's in another
it's
state, Mrs. Cassandra. He um, went into rehab, and that's where it was. It was in California. So
yeah,
now he's staying there. Yeah.
cool. Yeah. But I
Yeah,
mean,
it's hard.
Cassandra, how old is he? 35?
He's 36.
36
Yeah.
now. Okay. Yeah.
It's
But he's
hard. Yeah.
always lived at home. So,
He's
um,
always either lived with us or close, like in the
yeah.
same town.
Uh-huh.
He lived out on his own for a long time, but was always there.
Right. Yeah. And
He's-
this is the thing though, it's like we talked at the very beginning of this, when he wasn't sure if he was gonna, do the rehab thing and all this stuff.
yeah.
I told you, then, because you went through all the emotions then too,
Hmm.
just like grieving a death of somebody. But I told you were going to have to tip your hand and force him to grow up,
Yes.
you
Yeah.
know, and he has taken that by the horns. He's done amazing. So,
Yes, he's done really good. So
yeah, yeah. Yeah, it is
yeah.
too expensive to live alone, Cassandra.
Oh, it is. The rent, especially there. Oh my God, it's horrible.
Is it?
California is expensive, but like I said, as long as he's happy and you know, and excelling at his job, he loves his job. He loves helping people. So, I mean, he always has. He's always had such a big heart, and always there to help people. So,
Yeah. Um,
he might. I don't know. I'm trying to talk him into maybe meeting in Washington when I
mhm,
go home in May. So I don't know if
right.
we're talking it. Because
Yeah.
I'm going home in May for sure
To
to
see your
be with
mom,
him,
right?
see my mama for her
Mhm,
90th, and then to see my brother. Yeah.
right. Um,
Mm.
I don't know if anybody's noticed, but we are at 410 subscribers, so that's
Yay!
something to celebrate a little bit,
That's good news. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Um, so How is your brother? We need an update on your brother.
So Sunday, he finished his second round. So, and this second round kicked his butt.
Really?
It was
Oh God.
horrible. Talked to my sister-in-law like halfway through, and she said, "Oh, he just wants to throw up so bad, and he can't. She's just nauseated." Then he
Bless
did get
him.
the throw up, so he did get really sick.
Mm.
He's just miserable. So then I talked to my niece last night. So his daughter, one of his daughters, I talked to her yesterday, and she said, "My dad fell." I'm like, "What?"
Oh my gosh.
Well, you have to. I would have to do this too. You have to keep hydrated after chemo, especially, and
Right.
so you can go in and get hydration. So I would do that too, and he's done that. Well, he's been so bad. I mean, this chemo is really super strong, and he so he got up in the middle of the night. He was really dizzy, and he went down, and
Oh
he
God.
landed on his bad knee, the one that has a cancer in it that he just had surgery on, that he's
Oh my
still hobbling
God.
around. So
Yes.
he laid on the floor for 2 hours because he was in so much pain. And so my
Oh.
sister-in-law goes, "I'm calling 911. We're going to the hospital." He goes, "No, no, no." And he talked her out of it. And so I talked to her today, and she was, "I'm never listening to him again."
I wouldn't either.
I know. She goes, "I'm
You
not."
just, because I'm sure that his bones are, I
They're
don't know
weak.
anything
Yeah.
about chemotherapy and all that stuff, but I'm sure they're kind of brittle, right?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even though
So,
he's had that area fixed,
right,
this cancer will just eat away. That's why his femur broke. This cancer
right.
ate away at his bone.
Bless him.
So yeah, I'm just like, don't you ever listen to him again. I said, "Julie, you should know him by now. You've been with him long enough."
Yeah. Yeah, I would have called
So,
the ambulance.
yep.
Absolutely.
So would I. Yeah,
Um,
my niece got, called my mom and said, "Don't you ever do that again. If you need Laura's right there. My other niece, their other daughter lives like 5 minutes away.
right.
And yeah, and don't ever do that again, Julie."
Yeah,
"I
I'm
won't,
sure,
I
bless his
promise."
heart, he got chewed out, I bet.
Yeah, we all chewed him out.
Right. He needed it.
So yeah.
Right. That's crazy, Teresa. She said in Michigan, you can get the same square foot of house for a quarter of the price in California.
Oh
Her
yeah.
jaw was to the floor. Probably in Alabama too.
We have a house here in our neighborhood. It's on the lake,
Uh-huh.
and it has a dog. It has a big yard. I mean, it's just for $449,000.
Oh Lord.
That is, I sold, and it's 3,100 square feet.
That's a big house.
That's what mine is. And I moved in Washington. I lived in a 1,600 square foot home,
Mm-hmm.
and we sold it for $475,000.
Wow.
So the house here on the lake would go for $1 million in Washington.
Wow.
Yeah,
Just think about that for a minute. That's crazy.
we were
You know?
able to buy. Yeah, we were able to buy this house, 3,100 square foot home, cheaper than we sold our house. We were able to buy it outright. Yeah.
Unbelievable. That's crazy.
I'm just like, I don't need a 3,000 square foot home. I mean, it was fine with the three of us, but just the two of us, it's just too much house.
Yeah, but you got all the pups, all the dogs,
I know. I got two that are going on their way out the door. They both keep falling. They both keep. Oh
You need to get some replacements. You need to get you a pup.
no! I
You
have a
do too, because
2-year-old
you will
replacement.
not be the same, Sue. If something
have
happens to
Ollie.
one of your dogs, oh my God.
Oh, I know, but I have Ollie. We have. I don't want any. No, I have a 2-year-old.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about
Yeah,
that. Okay.
yeah. I have a 2-year-old. Trust me,
Right.
he's enough.
So
Yeah.
they're talking about the houses and the price of houses and stuff. So in my little corner of the woods here,
Mm-hmm.
you can rent something, like we'll say they have these little metal houses, right, that are like two
Mm-hmm.
bedroom, some of them three bedroom, kitchen, dining room, bath, two baths, or bath and a half, whatever. There's different sizes, and you can rent those for like 650 $650 a month.
Wow.
Yeah. So see, I mean, it depends on where you're at, but stuff like that, it stays full. So
Oh
you
yeah.
people renting all the time, and then people tear the stuff up, and yeah, yeah, um,
Mrs. Cassandra, I was in Tacoma, an hour south of Seattle, Washington.
yeah, that's crazy.
So Olympia was an hour south of me. Yeah.
Um, Teresa asked you, Cassandra, if you'd always lived in California. I've always lived in Alabama. You mean what I was just talking about would be 1,500 Moby for rent? Is that what you're referring to? Because hey, Trix, how are you? Good to see you, my friend. Um, have you checked out Trix and looked at some of her content? It's really, really good. So,
No, I haven't.
okay, so you need to watch it. It's good.
Is there
Um,
Channel Tricks? Is that the name of it?
yeah,
Okay.
TRX. If you can't find it, I'll send it to you. It's got some
Okay.
good stuff. What part of Michigan, Teresa, are you in? And you can just say north, south, east, or west. The reason I ask is my dad was born and raised in St. Joe, Benton Harbor. Right on the lake. So, um, I love Michigan. I absolutely adore Michigan. I love Michigan. I've still got aunts up there. And one uncle, my daddy's brother, and some of his sisters. The Lower Thumb area. Okay, okay. I understand.
Yeah. Um.
I love Michigan.
So I talked to my old neighbor today, and she called me. She goes, I have to bitch. I have to bitch." Just
Uh-oh.
things that are getting passed in Washington State. Um,
Oh,
oh my gosh, the property taxes. How much? She goes, the property taxes are going up, and how much this? I'm like, oh, I'm so glad we're out of there. It
yeah.
is so bad there.
Yeah, I'm sure.
It's it's horrible.
I've
It's
always
horrible.
wanted to go to Washington State. I probably won't make it now, but I've
Yeah,
always wanted to go.
it's a
Just to,
beautiful state.
I'm sure.
It
Yeah.
really is. It's the evergreen state. I mean, you got the mountains, you got the ocean. You have it all. It's beautiful, but stay away from Seattle. And
Okay, so come on, Moby.
I know
I
I'm
can
trying to
I
get her
can
over
hook
here.
you up. We could hook you up. I could
Yeah,
get you hooked up, and you don't have to drive for. I mean, in my little town, you can get to, like today, my doctor's appointment. It takes me 5 minutes to get there. It takes me 5 minutes to get to Walmart, 5 minutes to get to the pharmacy and stuff. So Teresa grew up in a city just north of Detroit. Okay. Teresa, trying to up and move is hard too. We would
it
love to leave
is.
California. I bet. Yeah, I
We
bet.
yeah, I came out here in May and to look and then look at houses. Um, and we started getting our house ready. We
Uh,
were just starting. We had to paint the whole inside because I had different colors because I don't like white.
I
Just
do.
nothing but white walls.
Yeah, yeah.
But that's what I have now. But so we got
Oh,
our house ready. So we started looking in May, and we
uh-huh.
were here by August.
Okay. So you're in a gated community, right?
Me? No, it's
Yeah.
not gated.
Oh, it's not gated. Okay,
Mm-mm.
but you
No,
have an HOA.
but I have an HOA,
Okay.
and we have 264 houses in our neighborhood.
Right. Wow.
But we have a
Well,
pool and a
that is
lake.
so cool. It
Yeah.
should be gated, with his, you know, his
Um. Yeah, it's nice. So we have two. You can go get in and out 2 ways, two
mhm,
places. And um, people are pretty. I mean, I love it because people are so friendly here.
right,
They're
yeah.
just so friendly compared to Washington.
I'm sure. It is a different, like when you move south, or,
Yeah.
you went from one coast to the other, but,
Yep.
all things considered, that's kind of south,
Yep.
South Carolina, North Carolina, all that area and stuff.
Yeah.
Moby, you're in an HOA? Huh.
We have
Oh my
cameras.
goodness. And she has an entrance with a security camera. Ooh.
We have security cameras at both entrances to the neighborhood.
Okay, see, that is really
Yeah.
cool. So, I mean, I
Hmm.
would almost call those like HOAs or
Yeah,
something.
and we have
I meant gated communities because somebody's watching, right?
cameras at the pool area,
Yeah.
everything. Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah,
somebody.
I never thought I would live in an HOA, Cassandra, ever. I never thought I would because we didn't before, and I never thought I would. But here we are.
But it's a little bit more secure, right? I mean, do you feel
Um,
that way?
well, like where I lived before, we just lived in a neighborhood, right?
Uh-huh.
Well, the people kind of behind us, kitty corner next to us,
Hmm.
it's like they were. I don't know how to say this, but they were hillbillies.
That's okay. I'm a hillbilly.
They, they dried their clothes on the front porch.
Okay, I don't do that. But
Yeah.
anyway,
So
yeah.
you drive into the neighborhood, and that is the first thing you see. There's these clothes they're slobs. So
Oh,
being in an HOA, you don't have to worry about that, you know.
right. Well, that's
Um,
true.
and we don't. Everyone's on the outside, looks nice. I don't know what the inside looks like, but yeah, you don't want to drive into and see these people hanging their clothes, their big girl panties out on the front porch.
Oh God, that is kind of hillbilly.
Seriously, it was like that. It was
Oh
her
God.
bras. It was like, really, seriously,
Oh
come
yeah,
on.
that is kind of
So
nice.
the funny thing is, so we would sit out back. We put up even before we put it up, but we had a big deck in our backyard, and we had put up uh, a gazebo, and then
Yeah.
something else. I can't remember what it's called, but anyway, so we would sit out there. It's summertime, sitting out there. All of a sudden, you take a big whip. Yep, do what our neighbors were doing.
Yeah. Now
They had
I
one
want.
kid. She would sit out in the yard on the hammock and smoke her pot.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like somebody I know here. I like putting my sheets and
Yes.
my bedding. I love that. We don't have a clothesline, but we have a huge deck. I mean, our deck in the
Hmm.
back is humongous. So we'll just, throw like the sheets and stuff over that railing. But, you can't be seen from the road up there. Now, I'm not in an HOA, but we've got outdoor cameras. We have cameras inside the house. So if somebody comes in, you're going to know it. And then, we have Smith and Wesson too. So
Yeah.
that's,
Moby, I don't mind clothes outside drying. I don't at all, but she would leave them there forever.
oh yeah, yeah,
To where
lazy.
you have to wash them again.
Oh yeah,
You-
I'm sure, but
Yeah.
she probably didn't. And I bet her clothes were bleached, like, sun bleached or whatever.
Oh yeah.
It's
And
kind of funny
they're
though.
just. My old neighbor was telling me, she goes, "It's worse, Sue. Just wait till you come home." I'm like, I don't know if I'm gonna come back to the neighborhood.
Those
Yes, you
cameras
are.
are great. Having cameras outside
We
or
can't have a ring camera not because of the
really.
HOA. No, not because of the HOA, because we get the hottest part of the sun
Oh
and on our front door, so we have to come up with something that it would shade it, and we
yeah.
don't have shade right there, and it just totally would not work. we tried it, and that's what they told us.
Right.
So I have to try something. I'm gonna do cameras out in front though.
Yeah. So Tracy said when she was young, she lived in a house with a basement. She didn't have a dryer, so they had a clothesline in the basement, and she would hang her clothes up to dry. Every other month, I would take my clothes to a laundry. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I listen. When I first got married, I can remember, because it was so expensive, and when I first got married, we
Excuse me,
we just
sorry.
worked normal jobs. So I can remember hanging, had a washer, didn't have a dryer at the time either. And most of the time, I would take them to the laundromat to dry them. But sometimes, if the load wasn't big, man, I'd hang that stuff everywhere inside the house, like over the bathtub and over the shower, hickey do, and on the backs of couches and stuff. So sometimes you just, you do what you have to do until, you get older. And even as adults, um, get the one that is attached to the nightlight or spotlight. Oh, yeah, that's a good idea for Sue to do too. Yeah,
Yeah.
they have
I
all
know.
kinds
Let
of
me
that
get
stuff.
something.
Yeah. Or you can also get those. Go ahead, Teresa. You want to come up and tell your story? I can drop the link for you. She has a story for us. Let me see. I think here. Hold on. Paste. Send. Oop. Come on. Send it. So there's the link if you want to come up, Teresa. I hope I did that right. Yeah, I did. Um, yeah, it's interesting, you know.
The laundry.
So let me put that up there. Huh. And me an 8 Mile movie was made. Wow.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Yeah. That is very
Oh, that
cool.
would be really cool.
Yeah. That is very cool.
I'd
Very
love to
cool.
meet him.
Uh,
I would love to meet him.
you know, and it's like Moby and I, she puts more ideas into my head. She always does. But um we were talking about, do y'all remember when um God, what's her name? Beyonce was in Destiny's Child.
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's when I liked her, but I guess she was even weird then. But one of the ladies, well, we're going to look this up, but something happened. That's all I'm going to say about it right now. Um, Something happened to one of the girls that was a member of the threesome of Destiny's Child. And I'm going to do some research on that, and we're going to talk about that one night because it's very interesting. Okay. Oh, I got you, Teresa. I understand. That's cool. Yeah, I can see. Also, she saw the movie being made one night, but I went to that is cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, there was originally 4 in Destiny's Child. Oh, I thought it was only 3. But anyway, we're going to talk about something that happened to one of those girls. It's going to be a good one. But anyway, we've been on a long time. So, did everybody here tonight that's in the chat tell us what their favorite movie was of Val Kilmer? I know we talked about a lot of them. Like I said, both mine was the first Top Gun movie, and then the second one. The second one, tugged at my heart. That was, um, oh, that is cool. The trailer park that was in the movie, is that not cool?
That
Like
is
I
cool.
would have been out there watching them all the time.
I
I
know.
would have been a total fangirl. So Grace Case's favorite one is Real Genius. I'm gonna have to watch that because
Mm-hmm.
I have not seen it.
Yeah,
Um,
I haven't either.
yeah, I'm gonna have to watch that. I'll to go to Amazon Prime Video if you have it, and just type in search Val, VAL, and that movie will come right up for you. Okay. Um. Anyway, I guess. So, you got any closing thoughts
Um,
for us tonight?
no, don't have anything. I appreciate you guys all coming tonight. I was,
Yeah.
you know,
Me too.
even though it was kind of something sad, but we had fun.
Yeah. It is sad. I mean,
It's
it's very
good to
sad.
be able to laugh. At times like,
Right. Yeah, you have to. You have to.
remember you know, the good memories. Yeah.
Right.
I appreciate you guys all coming tonight.
Yeah. Everybody, thanks for coming. We'll be doing something Sunday. Grace, what are y'all doing tomorrow night? I didn't even look before I.
Oh, I watched it was it last week? Yeah. And they were doing the weird laws.
Yeah, that is so funny.
And they did South Carolina.
Yeah, I saw that. I didn't watch it when
Yeah.
they were live. So Teresa was also in the bar one time that Emian's, is that how you say his name? Girlfriend Kim was
Eminem.
in. Eminem. She had bodyguards with her. I guess so. They're doing
Yeah.
a game night tomorrow night. So everybody
Okay.
remember at 7 p.m. Central to go over to um, Grace and Cassandra, their shenanigans, and let's play the
Yep.
game with them. All right, y'all.
Yeah.
Everybody have a good night. Thank you for coming. And
Yes.
this
Have a
is the
good
longest
night.
one we've done in a while, Sue.
I know.
All right. Good night, y'all.
All right. Good
Goodbye,
night.
Sue.